Okay, we are in the whip. Max and I are dropping Saga off at Öland, aka daycare, and we are doing a road trip to Öland, which is an island 5 hours from. Is it 5 hours?
More, actually.
Hey, Saga. So there's Jackie. We have to drop Saga off, then we have to drop Jackie off, and then we're going to be driving. We will be celebrating. Well, actually, Max will be working. The reason why we're going is because Max has a wedding job, photographing a couple there, or photographing and filming. I will be helping. I will be his second shooter. Brings me back to the good old days. Gonna be back in my element. And Max suggested that since he's gonna be there for this wedding, if we stay another night and celebrate my birthday, because my birthday is on Monday. It's currently Friday. We won't be there on my actual birthday, but we'll be there celebrating. So we will take you a little behind the scenes on Max.
I call this a seasonal job. It's the summer in Sweden, between May and September. I do weddings. I do mainly films, but I also do photo and film. If you want like a hybrid package,
Come get it!
Come get it! Shameless plug! I might even travel to your destination. Hit me up. Link in the bio.
Link in bio.
Weddings are very stressful and hectic, but it's also very warm and beautiful. It's really nice to be around people who are celebrating love and people committing to one another and having family and friends around. And because I'm a social bug, like I am like super extroverted, I just blend in really well in that environment. So to bring my expertise into that is really nice. So I've never been to this island. So there's 2 islands in Sweden. I mean, there might be more, but there's 2 islands. You have Gotland, which probably is the most famous internationally, where you have to take a ferry. Then you also have Öland, which it's connected by a bridge, and it's on the east side, like southeast of where we are right now. And I've never been, and I'm really excited to bring you, like to explore more of Sweden, to share with you guys too what beautiful. This country is really beautiful, and I feel like I haven't explored so much of the world, but not Sweden. Shameless plug number 2: if you are a mother, or not just even a mother, if you are a person who is inspired by Maya's journey, let me tell you, this book, she's been pouring her heart and soul into this project for so long, for this past 6 months.
No, 8
months actually. And I've been being on the sideline on this journey. It's been like really hard for me as well, but honestly, I might be biased, but this project is one of the things that I'm the most proud of Maya's ever achieved. When I met her 2019, she's been talking about making something like this, and here she is, a mother, and then she tied that whole transition in her life into a very powerful product. So check it out in the link.
Yeah. So it's dedicated for mothers who are struggling. It's dedicated for her. Dedicated for that Maya who was on the countryside crying while pushing a stroller.
But you say this is for mothers. Sorry, I don't want to like interrupt you. It is.
Yeah.
But I read it and I feel very inspired because you talk about identity.
Oh yeah.
And I think that as human beings we go through identity crisis. I'm a 30-year-old man who have a completely different culture and different upbringing than you, but yet I read it and I'm like, oh, I can apply these things that you're talking about into my life.
Right.
And so
the first and the last chapter can be applied to anyone, but the middle chapters are for mothers like breastfeedings. I mean, sleep too. Yeah, that whole thing. Check it out. Link in info box below. Hey, we'll see you on the road. Videographer.
Okay, so we've done our first stop. We've got 3.5 hours left, but we need to load up with some energy, coffee, and pee break. But we're on a road. I love this. This is the best feeling. Like being on the road makes my heart like boil of like joy and happiness, because I just love being on the road. The only issue I'm having right now is that we have a little bit of a time pressure. But other than that, I'm good. Let's go. I'm going to show you something. This is next level, high tech. You might have this where you are. You come here, place, separate, okay. And I literally put like this, and it knew what size of the coffee was and everything. So here, it
Wants
knows
to
that
know.
I have something, a bakery thing. So I just add them here, two of those.
Thank you.
Hey, Noah.
Hey, da.
So that's the first stop. We're not gonna do any more stops because we have to get going. 3 hours and 3.5 hours left. Okay, so we've touched down at
Öland.
in
And I keep saying
in Öland, at Öland, inside Öland. So what do they
Oh,
call?
that's so
Look at all
cute.
these
Look at
barns.
this.
That's like seems like that's like landmark here, or like
yeah, it's very like coastal.
yeah, already feels like completely
So different.
Yeah,
Coastal.
like very Denmark, like flat.
Look at the lilac bushes. Oh,
The lilac bushes.
So beautiful.
The bridge that we crossed was like maybe 5 minutes over or 10 minutes across
Yeah, fun.
from the mainland, and I already feel like it's gonna be nice.
Yeah, so Max has I mean, we have a wedding to shoot
Yeah,
in a couple hours.
yeah. So we're heading to the hotel.
I'm only doing like a couple hours with.
Yeah, she's gonna come in. You actually offered yourself. I didn't dare to
Yeah.
ask that because she's so busy. But you offered to come and help me because I'm
Yeah.
doing photo and video. So you're gonna be there for like 2 hours and then you're gonna head home.
Then I'm gonna head to the hotel and then work on the book. Yeah. Oh, it's so pretty.
I wonder how
Yeah.
homes are going for here. How much?
I could live here. I could live here, right?
That's
We're all bed and breakfast.
That's bed and breakfast.
It's so nice. Oh wow.
Så det är ett hus man har konverterat.
Oh,
Separate
perfect.
beds.
Ja,
Oh. Hey då.
Ja, ja.
Oh, perfect.
Det blir väldigt varmt men
Look, this existed. I've never heard of it. It's so pretty. Hey, Maya. Hey.
This is a life, just me, myself, and I am watching the clouds up in the sky, all but laughing out loud. I'm telling you why I'm living the life, just me, myself, and I used to think that life was cold and lonely. When you up and left me, sadness overwhelming
There's a lot of things happening.
me.
I just wanted to take
I'm
a
out and
moment to
about.
appreciate this location, how beautiful it is, the fact that it is my birthday weekend. This is not new. Like, my birthday last year was a bit chaotic. Despite being alone, I was running around shopping for clothes for photo shoots with my friend Brad. At the time, he was just a photographer I found on Instagram. But I remember telling myself, you're not doing this next year. One of these years I'll figure it out. This is so
Happy
nice.
birthday.
Even though I'm like struggling to get to the finish line, it's nice to struggle in the sun.
I can feel, because sometimes, you know, you can say like, oh, I can enjoy myself. I can see that you enjoy yourself. That's reassuring.
Yeah, I'm really happy. Thank you. Yo, if this is struggle life, sign me up.
Sign me up.
Maybe Love Actually.
Let's get out of here.
Love Actually, because
Okay, you are. Okay, so I'm not trying to be like unreal or anything. I'm wearing the Maya shades because I've been experiencing lately really bad eczema on my eyelids and underneath here, and it's been really bothering me on many levels. The first thing is it hurts and it's bothering me, like it's so itchy. I really have to make an effort not to scratch it or touch it. And the other thing is a superficial level, like I feel self-conscious being on camera, like having like crusty eyes and like so itchy and like it swells up, and it really boils down to not touching it. I tried like super like thin layers of cortisol like lotion. It helps, but it's not really advised to do on such thin skin because it can like makes it even thinner. So I have noticed though that the sun helps a lot, like so much better. But now, for now, shades on. I'm gonna take this bike and I'm gonna go out and explore what this little town has. And maybe, if I'm up for it, I'm gonna jump into the ocean. And let me tell you a little bit of what this trip means to us right now, both of us. And it was Maya who said it. It's like a creative hub. And it felt really nice because it was a long time ago. We had like solo time, working from the same place, like just pouring in creativity and it's really inspiring. That's like the foundation we met on. I would say that our relationship was like based off friendship and creativity, and here we are as friends and a married couple in this beautiful bed and breakfast, and we're working creatively on like our individual projects, but like helping each other with inputs and stuff. So it's really like I miss that so much. A lot of people prioritize like intimacy and like fun stuff. I don't know what it is, whatever your priorities in a relationship are. For me, it's definitely creating and like creating together even. So that's what this trip is about. So now I have some time to spare. I'm gonna explore what's around here. So I'm seeing like old American cars, which Swedes are obsessed with, by the way. The reason why it was so cheap to ship Maya stuff from LA to Sweden was because it was a Swedish company who was shipping old American classic cars to Sweden. So she managed to get all her shipments, all her items onto a same ship as a car. So she didn't have to pay like all these taxes and stuff because it was already being taken care of. But look at this. Where we are, because we're like inland, it's like you don't get the breeze from the ocean, so it's actually like super warm. It gets hotter there. Here, like I could like use a jacket. Oh, I'm so happy! I'm so like excited to be out. Har du varit i vattnet eller? Är det kallt? Inte? hesitant, and I was ready to call this whole thing off. And then I talked to this really kind man who said it is cold, but it's refreshing. Actually, it's not that bad. It's actually really, really refreshing. He was right. And what I love about the ocean here is that it's not super salty. It's actually like sweet salty, so it's like not crazy salt, which is also good for the hair and my skin. So I'm gonna keep going in. Whew. I'm back on the main street. This is the first time I actually walk down this street. I've just seen like parts of it. I really haven't had time to walk, but like, again, I'm seeing all these cars. You have to give it to him, even though I'm not like a car fanatic. In order to keep a car this shape, you're gonna have to have so much dedication. You have to have so much passion and patience, and finding the original part for these cars is not easy, nor is it cheap. My point is, it's super expensive. So, a place like this, you have so much. You have like cafes everywhere on this street, bars, shops, and it's actually really busy. And if you were to compare a town this size on the mainland, like close to where we are, it doesn't pop the way it does here. It actually feels like you're abroad, because there's these like souvenir stores and other shops that you don't really see in other places where we live. And that's because a place like this has such high level of tourism. Like places like this during the summer, it really pops and booms with people. And it's mainly because it is like a unique, it's like exotic for us. It's like a getaway to, not only is it like attached from the mainland, but it also has like a different climate, a different like environment that really obviously draws people and tourists. So there's a lot of people from Stockholm here who buys properties and then they spend the summers here. But yeah, a lot of people. Look. Kan jag få en kaffe, tack?
Vill du ha kaffe? Svart eller? Cappuccino, latte?
Om du har havremjölk, tar jag gärna en latte. Har du det? Okay. I have officially had the best pistachio ice cream in my whole life. This is called like a Borgholm special. Well, the Borgholm is the name of this town, and they put the flavor that you want, and then on top they put, you know, that soft ice cream. We call it in Swedish, we call it mjukglass, like soft ice cream. Usually it comes out of like a machine. It's like a topping. But the pistachio was 100% pistachios, and you can really feel it. It's so good. Oh. But it's melting, so I have to finish this up. Best ice cream ever. I wish Maya could try this. I have to take her there. Okay, so I'm just waiting for Maya, and now we're gonna jump in the car. We're gonna drive north of where we are now, and we're not driving north in terms of hours. We're driving north for a couple of minutes, and the idea is that we're just gonna explore new places. We've got some recommendations. I don't think we'll make it all the way where the end of the recommendations are. We're just gonna go as far as we feel like we have time for. So the idea is we're gonna drive along the beach, discover this beautiful, beautiful island, and then I think we're gonna wrap up the day with a photo shoot. Hello, gorgeous.
Hello.
Good to see you out in the real world.
In the real world.
We missed you.
I'm here.
Open the gate for me, please. I got my hands full. Thank you. Okay, adventure time, Maya.
It's so cool. We were on our way to going where we needed to get. And I was like, oh, it's so cool. And Max is like, it's so much fun.
And I walked into the field, and now my shirt is like dyed.
So we have to come back.
So we pulled over at a, what do you call it, a port, a harbor,
Yeah, a marina.
a marina, Marina del Rey. We're gonna get some food, some fish.
Oh,
I
there.
feel like
It's right there.
it looks really ideal for fish. I feel like this location is ideal for fish.
Yeah.
Hey, hey. Oh, wow.
Lux.
Ah,
Steak Lux. Okay, yeah.
okej, så en fish and chips, en stekt lax och sen Maja, vad vill du dricka? Ooh. So I got the fish and chips.
It looks good.
Maya got the salmon. That looks clean though.
Yeah, but yours looks yummy.
You want mine? Stay away.
We'll share.
We'll share. What do you mean? What does this feel like? This is the most needed thing we've needed.
It's been
The
hard.
most needed thing we've ever needed. Needed.
Why does this feel that this is
The most needed
we've
thing needed.
why
Don't
does
you
it
just love
feel-
my English sometimes?
Yeah. I think it's been really hard. This was a very long winter. Words aren't able to translate what we went through.
No.
I think we both went through an identity crisis.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's because when everything you know and are comfortable with is gone,
Yeah.
you have to figure it out.
Yeah. And with figuring that out, I feel like the circumstances sort of like unravels even more. Like it's like
Yeah.
just naturally, isn't that the thing for you too?
Yeah, when you
Like-
try to
Yeah.
control it, it's like, oh yeah?
Yeah.
So
Look at
beautiful.
this view. You're an author, do you know that?
Published or self-published author Maya Washington. I don't get hung up on these titles.
Maya. Hello. So we arrived at the ocean, and I think they're doing like a photo shoot, either a workshop or something, because there's a horse in the water and there's a ton of photographers.
We finally arrived at the location. It's golden hour. She's giving you pinks, and the sky is giving you cotton candy. It's so beautiful. So look at the rock formation. Like, it's so cool. It's like steps. Like it looks like carved stone steps. But it's just all natural. And this is surprisingly in Sweden. So we're gonna start taking photos. This camera looks like it's about to die. And I'm so grateful for this creative getaway birthday. It's my birthday weekend. We've been doing this every year. Every year for my birthday. Last year was Barcelona. The year before that was Portugal. And now this year here in
The fact that you get like this whole beach by yourself. Like remember when we were in Oaxaca, like in Puerto Escondido? As
Oh,
soon
yeah.
as the sunset, the beach is flocks with people. It's people everywhere. Just comes to sit
Oh, yeah,
down
yeah,
and it's like,
yeah.
which is fun too because that's social and people are like.
Yeah.
But this is like this is such a
Another
unique
appreciation,
experience. Like
yeah.
you get to be completely alone with nature.
Yeah. Great work.
This was a very fun but productive.
Fun what? Fun and.
Fun and I mean. But
Heyo, I honestly, this weekend, despite the fact that I'm working to meet a deadline, it was so necessary. I've been like in a hole, just writing for months on end, and if I can't take a moment to breathe on my own birthday weekend, I don't know when I will. So thank you, Max.
But I'm glad you came.
Yeah, because I almost didn't come. I almost was just gonna stay home and be a nerd, which. But when you're married and you have a family, you cannot. What I'm learning is you can't keep putting yourself first. And so I'm just very grateful that we got to do this together. It's been the most inspiring weekends in I can't remember a very long time. To be able to support Max on his work, and it was a beautiful couple. And I was telling this to Max when we were driving. He's like, "Let's vlog," and then he's like, "Never mind, let's be present." But it was just like to go from almost not coming here to being so overwhelmed by what this trip means. Being able to collaborate with my best friend, celebrating the union of marriage, being able to do photo shoots, being able to write in solitude while Max gets to go for runs, and then finishing the evening with a photo shoot in a beautiful landscape, being overwhelmed by rocks that are beautiful, like beautiful rocks. It's so much.
It's so funny because Maya came with me to the wedding for like how long? 2 hours?
2 hours, yeah.
And I'm just like grateful because I posted the photos on Instagram and people are like, you and Maya was so beautiful. And the couple has said that they loved us working together, our energy and how we collaborated. And this girl, she gets loved everywhere she goes. If you do have a project, don't. I'm not saying that you should be distracted and let distraction getting in your way. Be focused and stay committed, but also give room for environmental change because sometimes you don't know if that's gonna. I'm pretty sure that could have a positive impact on your work, as I
Yeah.
know it's done for you.
Yeah, no, I was telling Max, like, I'm just so grateful. It's not like I'm at the beach,
No.
in water. I'm literally on a laptop working. So at least we're working together,
Yeah.
and we're still a family unit versus just I'm tempted to do life like independently. Like I've been doing that for so long, and this writing process has been such a process of like in my own solitude in an office away from you
Mm.
and Saga. So if I can't do it for my birthday weekend, when can I do it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have to take a moment. So this book is My Shameless Struggle into Motherhood, a guide to surviving the first 2 years. And I wrote it for every mother who's struggling. You don't have to do it alone. I'm writing what I wish I had when I was a new mother, and maybe it won't solve all my problems, but it will definitely help you feel less alone on this journey. Download in the info box below. Hey-oh. Hey-oh.